So, good afternoon, guys. Welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you are doing beautiful and well on this Monday. Well, it's lunchtime here now. It's about 12:05 or so, I think. So, we just pushed into the afternoon, and I just want to welcome you back to the channel and thank you for being here. And thank you for being such beautiful, beautiful people. You know, this week is going to be overall really warm. 3 or 4 straight days of basically like 80-degree weather. Partly sunny, no rain. It's the day to get everything going with the homestead, moving goats and trimming hooves. And I think my mama bunny is gonna have. I'm not gonna say it. She's bunching hay, so we'll see if anything happens there by the end of the week. But it's that time of year. It's tax day, April the 15th. So this is when we move into really pushing to getting everything set up because the weather's cooperating. And I thought we're gonna have a beautiful homesteading day. There'll be some crazy things going on in the news. I'm sure we're all anticipating a lot of different things. And then this morning I woke up and at some point I got onto, I think I saw it on Twitter, about Marmari Emmanuel from Christ, the Good Shepherd Church. He is the Assyrian bishop, if you will. A lot of you have probably seen his shorts on TikTok. People have pulled his sermons from all across the board, especially over the last 4 years. And they're everywhere. So you may not be subscribed to his actual channel, which that is the channel. I'm going to put a link down in the description. I want you to subscribe to the channel, not to the people that are pulling his information and sermons and then uploading it, basically hijacking their content, is what they're doing. Surprise. I have been following a lot of his sermons for a while now. I've recommended him, especially to close family and friends. James is listening to him. My son is listening to him. He is a truth teller. And I don't know if you saw that this morning, how he was attacked in Sydney. It's all over the news. It's on Twitter. It's on Twitter or X. It's on Instagram. The New York Post has covered it. He was literally, I guess it was last night or yesterday, because it's in Australia, we call it preaching, giving a sermon, and a young gentleman, looked to be in his 20s, came in and was attacking and walks right up to basically what we would call the pulpit and attempted to start stabbing him. Now, what we have learned now, we've learned it just in the recent last hour or two, is that the blade, apparently, this guy was going for it. Okay, so I do not recommend you watch the footage if that gives you anxiety, because it is fast and it is brutal. But what we understand is that while he was attacked, either the blade didn't come out at all or the blade didn't come out all the way. I'm not really sure. That I'm getting mixed comments and information on that. So hopefully we know, but we know that he is in the hospital from what they've posted, and he is stable. We also know that there was an attack yesterday, or what I'm calling yesterday. That's when we found out about it, basically, which another attack that happened in Australia at a mall, where 5 or 6 people were stabbed to death. There's a lot to take from this. First of all, if you are standing by the word of God and you are a truth teller, you're going to be attacked. It may not even be a physical attack. You are being spiritually attacked. You are also being attacked in the form of lies, misinformation about you, manipulation. You're being taken out of context, all sorts of things. We are in the middle of the biggest spiritual warfare that you have ever seen, and it is continuing to amp up, and it's coming in all forms. It's not just, this against that. It's transformed into everything possible. It is a war of all fronts, physically, literally. It is in that realm. It is everywhere we can mention it. And I'll hope and pray and ask of you to pray for Mr. Emmanuel, Bishop. And I want you to, I think you're going to be blessed if you start listening to his sermons. Some of them are his live streams, and then you can see them also posted, but they also are in English, and they are in, I guess, Assyrian. I just enjoy it. I just enjoy it. I was seeing some things from some of the fake channels, but I'm actually subscribed to Christ the Good Shepherd Church, okay? And that is the actual channel of the church. So that's where you will find the content. So please be praying. But let me tell you what, I got really upset about this. I sent all the information. I called my mom and we were talking about it. I want to say one positive note. It's pretty miraculous that somebody is going on the attack of someone with a blade, and the blade is basically stopped. That is, God was protecting him, in my opinion. God was protecting him. And this is what we're going to have to be doing for our children. We're going to have to be protecting our children and protecting real truth, the truth, and standing up for each other. We're at that point now, folks. Okay? We're at that point. And I hope that you see that. And I want to pray for you. I hope you pray for me. We need to pray for peace in this world right now. We need to be praying for people that are willing to speak truth in a lot of situations that we've been experiencing over the last 3 to 4 years. It takes a lot of guts, especially for someone in a public platform, to not be afraid to speak out. Clearly, that was attempted to be stopped. So please pray for him and think about that for a second. If you want to watch the video, it's in the video, which was from their live stream. Can you imagine being sitting there and that happening? That was embedded in so that the footage is embedded in several articles that you can see, and it's overwhelming. Okay, so I do want to mentally prepare you for that, but I also want to add this also to the conversation, which is if you are a member of a church of any sort, I'm not even going to get into denominations and different things like that. I've said this many times before, I'm going to say it to you again. You better make sure that your pastor and your congregation is going to be doing everything they can to protect each other and the church. If not, you need to get out of that church and find a different church. I'm sorry. You do what you want. It's your business. But I would never be sitting somewhere where I was not able to protect myself, and that I was surrounded by men and women who did not also agree with that concept. Because again, it's displayed right in front of you how dangerous things are, particularly for, places where there are large crowds, malls, stadiums, but particularly also churches and even small churches. Do not think because you're at a little church with 30 people out in the boonies that somebody's not just going to walk in. Okay? The enemy and demons are manifesting everywhere now. They're everywhere now. And I want you to be on top guard alert and to be aware of the situation, and to please tonight, Wednesday night, the next time you go to church, if this has not been discussed openly in your church, I hope that talking about this and you seeing this convicts you to have the guts to talk to the preacher, talk to the deacons, and stand up and say, I have concerns, and see where everybody stands on it and what they're willing to do immediately. Not in a month, not next week, not after Christmas, right now. And you're going to find out real quick where you stand and who you are in alignment with in terms of your Christian brother. I'm going to say Christian here, but Christian brothers and sisters. I think you're going to find out super quick. So please act upon that. In addition to that, I want to say, gentlemen, I'm going to say this, I don't care. Gentlemen out there, those of you that are hearing my voice right now, we need you more than ever. Okay, I understand. I've said this many, many times. I've talked about this in my Sons of Scotland video. I'm telling you right now, I understand. I don't appreciate the way that a lot of women don't appreciate strong men anymore either. And just as I don't appreciate men, I don't like, there's men that don't appreciate women, but we're not getting into that conversation. I'm speaking straight to the guys here. Please understand that there are a whole lot of women like me that appreciate you and your ability to stand up for us and children. We need you to do that, okay? We need you to be doing the best that you can, to be as physically fit as possible, to be as trained as much as possible, to be willing to stand up and speak out for especially those that can't take up for themselves, which would obviously be the elderly, women, and especially children and babies. We need strong men of God. If no other woman on the planet is telling you this right now, please trust me when I tell you. We need good, loving, God-fearing, strong, fearless men. Okay? These women out here, and some of these gals will get mad at me, but it's not directed at anyone personal. These women that think that with all that's happening, it's coming around us, that they're going to be able to completely hold the line. I do believe a woman can to a point, but we need strong men. And I'm calling and praying that you hear that, and that you spread that, and that you talk to your brother, your daddy, your son, and say, we got to man up. We got to protect our women. We've got to protect the children. We've got to protect our brothers and sisters. We've got to protect our truth tellers. We need you. We need you now. Okay? I have no shame in saying it. No, no shame at all. It's the absolute truth. Absolute truth. We need you. And as every moment ticks by, and as every day passes by, we need you more. So please trust me when I tell you that there are a lot of women that feel the way that I do, and that are totally trusting in you and your ability to help protect our country and us and our families, your families, and the truth tellers. I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it. So please pray for our wonderful bishop and all of our preachers, anybody out there, okay, that is willing to be peaceful, praying for you, standing up for the word of God, standing up for our country. We have got to be praying so hard right now. God is on our side. I honestly believe that this probably, I try to find a silver lining. So because of this unfortunate attack, which we then can see miraculously, he has been spared and protected. While he's probably hurt, he is protected. Look what this has done. It has shown God's protection, number one. Number two, we're spreading the word of who is this man? What is he doing? What has he stood up for? What has he stood against? He's going to be the most popular dude on the planet now, because we're going to be wanting to share his word and what he has to say. God uses bad people and atrocities when they happen. He can turn it, he can flip it on its head and use it for the greater good. And I have full faith that that is what's going to be carrying out now. We have to be strong and pass it on and carry that torch and be better people. I appreciate you watching today. And I want to thank you so much for your support here. And I'm just praying for you, praying for peace, praying for level heads to just take the lead in so much craziness. It's every day. You get up, like I said, and you think, I'm going to take care of my animals and trim these hooves, and I'm going to mow a little bit and get my potatoes cut, and I'm going to do all of those things, okay? We need to be doing all of those things. But I felt like this message was far more important than ever showing you anything around here today, because we have to protect our families, we have to protect our hearts, we have to protect the word of God, we have to protect our truth tellers. Men, we need you now. Please hear my voice. We need you now. Strong women too. This is not girls, I tell you all the time, you know what I'm saying. Guys, I love you. Godspeed, God bless. Be preparing. Be praying, be peaceful. We have some weary days ahead of us, guys, and we have to keep working very hard, and we have to keep trusting and believing that everything that we're doing is for the greater good. Godspeed, God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.